Beyond lights, camera, action is the hard work and passion.
All right.
Welcome. This is a Beyond Take Two podcast brought to you by Beyond Hollywood International Film Festival. I am your host, Madge.
And I'm your host, Veronica.
And today we have a special guest in the building. This man is a double threat, or they call it a dual threat. He is a world-renowned actor. Mm-hmm. He cut a little rug, you know I'm old, cut a little rug. He's a dancer. He gets down. This man, he's doing big things in the industry.
Yes.
We want to bring him to you today to talk about his journey, his story. Mr. Steven Achziger.
Yes.
Is in the
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's great to be here, guys.
Yeah.
Your space is so beautiful, and I just really appreciate everything that you guys are doing here.
Aww.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Now, we call him Ox. We call you Ox, right?
Yes.
Yes, Achziger, it's German.
Okay.
I just go by Ox because there's like a bunch of Stevens everywhere.
So you're from Germany?
No.
What's your nationality?
Born and raised in Germany?
No, I actually lived in Switzerland for a little while, but I was adopted.
Okay.
And by two Caucasian parents, and so I just found my birth mom and my birth father.
Wow.
And so
wait, we going deep real quick
I know.
right now.
I love it. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, open book. My mom was like 20 in college, and she gave me up, and just because she was in a church and she couldn't deal with it, and so
now where is she from?
She's from England. Like her family
Nice.
originates from like England and all that kind of stuff. And,
Okay.
my dad is Nigerian, so I
so
just found him, and
Yeah,
So
that's
you got a wonderful
beautiful.
experience,
Yeah.
wow.
Is he still living in Nigeria?
no,
Okay.
he lives in Utah right now.
Nice. Oh, he's close.
He's close.
Yeah.
He's close.
So you talk to your father?
I did. He has one other kid now, a little boy, like he's like 8
Aw.
or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got a little brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
a little half brother, but I got
Yeah.
to meet him, and it was really cool.
That's nice.
So was it? So you spoke to your mom about the adoption. Was it she was just young, or was it she had a Nigerian baby daddy and? I mean, I'm curious. No. I mean,
Let's go to like.
What does the Nigerian baby daddy have to do with anything?
I mean,
just got on it right now.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm
That
getting
was
too personal.
hilarious.
Maybe I'm getting too personal. I don't know, but
Not too personal at all.
I like
Let's
it,
go
though.
deep. I'm here for it.
what was there kind of like? I can't have this black baby daddy.
No, honestly, no. She told me something really cool that they just like dated for like a couple of weeks.
Okay.
And they were together a couple of weeks, and then they broke up, and he eventually like moved on.
Nice.
He like moved or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And a couple months later, she found out she was pregnant. Like
Yeah.
wasn't happening for her.
Yeah.
She's like, oh,
Yeah.
something's going on.
Aww.
So then she reached out to him, and she's like, hey, yeah, I'm pregnant. And
Yeah.
he was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I don't really like you anymore. No, but it wasn't like any
Yeah.
bad
That's
situation.
good.
She was just
Good.
like, yeah, I'll have it.
Just didn't work out between them.
Yeah.
Didn't work out for him. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
It's still
I
a
was
beautiful
raised in
story.
Colorado,
Yeah.
and my mom and dad are amazing people.
Dope.
Nice.
People, so they're really great.
So you were born in England.
No, I was born in Colorado.
You were born in Colorado.
Yeah.
Okay.
Colorado.
And raised in Colorado.
Born and raised in Colorado.
Okay. And the Achzigers,
That's my dad, Achziger.
they adopted you and turned you to the man that you are today.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Well, look, we wasn't even supposed to get started with all
I
that.
know. We had to do our
because we
segment,
have
our
our
popcorn
buttered up
segment.
segment.
It's like end scene.
Buttered up, but it's not butter.
Yeah, there's no butter today. So today we have crack corn. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's my first time hearing
So
of it.
Maj brought it in, and he was like, "Let's not use it." I'm like, "Why'd you bring it in then?"
I mean,
I'm like,
why
"You
does
might
it-
like
oh,
it."
Because
Let me
I
try some.
I tried
Yeah,
it
okay.
and I
Wait,
tried it.
okay,
So
you try it.
you have to try it and you have to rate it 1 through 10.
Yeah.
You want some?
Nah,
I do.
I'm good.
You want some?
I'm good.
No, you have to try some.
Why do I have to? I've already tried it. Pass.
That's
pass
okay.
It, pass
Wait,
it.
what do you rate it?
That's all right.
1 through
Pass
10.
it. Pass it.
I'm gonna say like a 7.5.
Oh, okay.
7.5.
I told you.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It leaves that like little grainy feeling in your mouth where it's like
the
I just ate
texture.
some sand, but it's like tasty.
Well, you know what this tastes like? This tastes like those C's candies, the lollipops.
Yep.
That's what it tastes like. The butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Yes, that's what it
So
tastes like.
this is
have butterscotch
non-GMO, no
Mm-hmm.
no fructose corn syrup in it. So it's supposed to be like all natural or whatever.
All natural.
But if it's going to taste like this, I would prefer some GMO and fructose corn syrup because it does
It
not have
doesn't
a
really
good
taste that
texture.
good, yeah.
It doesn't taste that good. It leaves like a nasty aftertaste in your mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the texture in it is
I
kind of
don't know about a nasty aftertaste. It's not one of my favorites, but I'm probably gonna eat a lot more like when you leave. So I'm gonna give it a 7 too.
You're going to give it a 7?
Yeah, it's not that bad. It actually it makes me want more.
It's not that good.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
Okay, well,
like,
give it to me then.
No, I didn't say that.
Give it to me then.
That.
Give it to me. I'll eat some.
Like when you first put it in your mouth, it's like, oh, it tastes good. And then you start chewing it.
like
It's
kettle
like,
corn.
oh, it's like sand.
It's just like the butterscotch cheese candies.
I need that GMO and high fructose. Make it healthy, but like not too much.
Not too healthy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give me like a nice texture in my mouth, man. Pause.
I'm done with you. But I'm thirsty from this.
Right. I give it a 2.
A 2?
Dang.
The texture is just really bad. It makes me.
You're
not
doing
wanna
that
eat
to
it.
crack
sandy.
corn?
I'm sorry, crack
It's a little-
corn.
it's a little
If
sandy.
you have something else that you want to send us, I will definitely try it. But
Maybe.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, crack corn.
I'm sorry. That's
Hey.
just difficult.
Crack corn. Good name though. Crack corn.
Well, it's
Give me
supposed.
some- hey, hit me with that crack corn.
Right. I think it's like so good. It tastes like it got crack in it. But
It tastes like straight up powdered coke.
But right.
Laced in there.
But I think like you got to be on crack to eat it.
A
So
little bit.
that's what I think. I'm sorry, crack corn.
done.
I'm sorry, crack corn.
Sorry too.
No, hey, all love.
Well, anyways,
Back to Ox.
yeah.
So Ox, tell us a little bit about. I want to talk about your dancing first. Like how
Yeah.
you dance and
Your story.
your story. You know what I'm saying? Like how did that come about?
It's a little weird. I'm actually a professional ballet dancer.
What?
Oh, dope.
So it's so weird because like I'm black, but I've never. It's been so hard to identify like as a black man like living amongst like white people
Right.
constantly. And my mom and dad were like Mormon, and so
Oh, wow.
it was like real. Like I was in church, and it was just like everyone was white, and I always had this like hard time identifying with the black culture.
Right.
And it's taken me years to really identify like with the culture and like but when I was younger at like 5, my mom put me in like she had me in soccer, she had me in football, she had me in
Good.
track, she had
Yeah.
me in gymnastics. I was like heavy into gymnastics.
Yeah.
What's up?
And my dad was like, yeah, go into football, soccer, and all the sports.
Yeah.
He was a football coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my sister, she went to the ballet when she was like 3. So we're like
Nice.
a year and a half apart. She's younger than I am. And I had to go to her ballet classes
Yeah.
like right before all my events, all my
Yeah.
soccer, all my football, all my stuff. And I was like 6 years old, 6 or 7. And I kept seeing all these little girls
Yeah.
in this ballet studio. And I was like, what's happening there?
Yeah.
What's happening in there? With all those, they're all cute and just like dancing around, all fluffy and all whatever, and they look like little fairies. So how can I get in that room? And when I'm like on the field and doing track and doing whatever, it's just a bunch of sweaty dudes running around. And
Yeah.
we're all like,
Yeah.
and my coach is all yelling at me all the time.
Right.
So, I got into dance because I was in a Hot Wheels t-shirt and some jeans, and Miss Robin saw me waiting for my stuff, and she was like, "Hey, you want to try ballet class?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"Absolutely."
Yeah.
And so I tried a ballet class, and I loved it.
Shout out to Miss Robin.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Robin. She's a real one. She's
awesome.
so old now, bro. She was my favorite, but yeah, I was in the ballet studio, and I was like dancing for like 4 years, and kept getting made fun of, and my brother, he was white, and he was really mean, like really not. He used to like pee in my hats. I loved I had these
Oh my
my favorite hats. He would
gosh.
take them, you just pee in them, and I'd throw them away. And I was like, man,
Did he do ballet too, or was he
do
just an
anything.
athlete? Nothing.
he didn't do anything. He was
Okay.
just like he was an artist.
Got
he was,
it.
He was a straight up graphic design artist.
Yeah.
He was amazing, but really really troubled.
Yeah.
But he would keep making fun of me, and I was like, maybe I should stop. When I was like, 14, 15, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. And I
Wait, so how old were you when you started ballet?
I was 7.
Okay,
I was 6 or 7 when I started ballet.
So you 7 years in at this point.
I was about 6, 7 years old. I was
Nice.
into it.
Into it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, I really love it. I love being on stage. I love being on stage.
Dope.
And I was considerably getting better. I was like, I was getting to the studio like 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
I was working really hard, and
Yeah.
I got into Denver School of the Arts. I was going to art school and doing the
wow.
whole thing.
Nice.
And but I was getting really depressed. I was getting like really really heavy into my anxiety. I was like, man, I can't go home because my brother's gonna make fun of me, and his friends are gonna be there, and they're gonna make fun of me. And I got beat up one time by his friends, and they
Right.
were like, "Oh, you're a gay boy, ballet boy," and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm done with this. But
Yeah.
my mom and my dance director was like, "You're amazing. You need to keep going, and you need to keep up with it." And they really took me under their wing. And my dance director, he really he was a guy's guy. He was like, "Hey, just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, you're okay."
Right.
And so I kept going with it, and I got into a bunch of dance competitions and won and got scholarships. I was in New York with ABT for a little while,
Dope.
and I got into Washington Ballet Company,
Nice.
and
Did
yeah,
you ever
I was-
do mixed dancing? Like, did you mix it up with like hip hop? Jazz.
Yeah, I did a lot at Denver School of the Arts. I was there for like 4 years,
Nice.
from like 6th grade to 9th grade.
Wow.
And they taught everything. They taught African. I was really opened up.
Right.
And because with my parents, they knew no culture.
Yeah.
They had
Right,
no culture.
right.
They didn't know anything. They
Yeah.
didn't. They did my sister dirty with straightening her hair. They didn't know. She didn't. My little sister's black.
Okay.
And my older brother's white. And
Got
so
it.
they had like this mix.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful mix. But
Is your older brother adopted too?
he's adopted as well.
Okay,
Got
okay.
it. Okay.
We're all adopted.
So everybody's
Yeah.
adopted. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And so it was a really interesting growing up story. And so when I was like 16, I got this scholarship to go to Switzerland, the Tanz Academy Zurich,
Wow.
for dance. And so I
Nice.
left, and I was there for like 2 years just dancing, full scholarship. It was really cool, and I loved it. And then my brother started acting up like really bad, because he got into like heroin and drugs and like really bad. Like he started breaking into cars and getting into jail and like making my mom's and dad's life hard.
Yeah.
All right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I got to go back and help, do something. But and so
How much older is he? A couple years?
he's a year and a half.
Year and a half. Okay.
Year and a half older.
Okay.
So when I was like 17, he was 18, and he like got a girl pregnant, and like just making everybody's life hard.
Yeah.
And so I had to put a pause on my dance career, and handle that situation. And yeah.
Wow. So you
Crazy.
come back home. You go back to Utah.
Colorado, yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
And what kind of happens with your brother at that point? I like to go deep, man. I'm sorry.
Please
I'm
go
sorry.
deep,
Yeah.
go deep, because I really I've written scripts about this story, because
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like work through it in my own head. So
No, I hear.
yeah, it was rough, because he was heavy into drugs, and he was doing a lot of art.
Yeah.
Like he has Achziger design. He was doing amazing things. Like he was really hustling. Like he got the first. I mean, he was pushing hard into art. He was just going deep into, addiction as well, which didn't help him at all. And so when I got back, he was, acting up, acting a fool, and all that stuff. And my mom and dad were just like, I don't know what to do with this kid.
Yeah.
We tried to fake him. He breaks into the house. He does this. He does that. He got pepper sprayed when he came back to the house, and my dad like and him were just rumbling on the floor. At one
Oh,
point. Like,
man.
oh my god, you know. And my mom was just breaking down because she's like, I never expected this to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes as parents, you know, you can do all the right things and things
It just
happen.
will
It
not go your
happens.
way.
Yeah, it doesn't go your
Yeah, it
way,
just-
you know?
What? How old? Do you know how old he was when he got adopted?
Oh, we were all from birth.
From birth.
Yeah, all from birth. Like maybe 3 months old. 3 months old
Wow.
is when he got adopted.
Wow.
I was in foster care for like 6 months,
Okay.
and then I got adopted in my sister's same situation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you just kind of looking back on it, like what do you think happened that would make him want to pee in your hat? Like,
Dude, I don't know,
my
man.
brother like mess with me, but
I don't know, man.
He would never pee piss in my hat.
Dude, good
Like,
question, because like I've been wondering the same thing for years.
Right.
Like,
Have you had a chance to ask him that?
Yeah.
No, he unfortunately passed away a couple
Oh
of
my
years
God,
ago.
man.
so
He
sorry
was
to hear that.
28 when he passed away. I'm 30, I'm 31 right now, and he I was like 26 when he passed away, and it was rough, man, because he was sober for like 3 years,
Yeah.
and then
So y'all got him sober.
and then,
Yeah.
we got him. So I got him sober.
Yeah.
And I made sure like he was on the track.
Right.
Because I had so much hatred in my soul for years. I was just like, this my brother is not supposed to be this cruel.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Resentment.
I had so much resentment.
Yeah.
And eventually I was just like, you know what? I love God. I understand that forgiveness and peace and love come from inside.
Right.
So I started forgiving him for everything that he has ever done to me.
Right.
And I started loving him and respecting not the addict,
Right.
the person
Who he was.
behind the addiction. 'Cause
Right.
it's a wall.
Right.
Addiction is a wall.
Yeah.
And so if you look at the person as the wall, then you're gonna see a wall, and you're gonna hit against that wall and bash against that wall no matter what. But if you walk around the wall, there's a human being there that's just scared out of their mind.
Yeah.
No one chooses addiction.
Right.
No one wakes up and they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna stick a needle in my arm today, and,
Right.
Yeah.
and I want to be an addict.
Let's smoke
do
meth."
this. Yeah, let's
Right.
smoke meth and ruin my life.
Right.
You know? And so I had to. It took me years to understand that.
Yeah.
It took me years to understand that nobody chooses addiction.
Right.
It's just something that happens because people are scared and afraid. And so I started loving him and respecting him, and I was like, Matt, you know, what do we got to do to get you sober? And his name's Matt. And at this point, you know, he had 3 daughters, and one of his daughters passed away. It was really hard for him. Yeah, it was really rough, but I finally just accepted him for who he was and healed myself. And I
Good.
tried to give that to him, you know, be able to heal himself.
Yeah.
So he was sober for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you know, something
Yeah.
happens, and he got a little sad and got back on it. And
Yeah. Passed away.
He OD'd.
Yeah.
yeah, he OD'd. He was facing a charge. He was facing a DUI charge in his 5th one. And just was not gonna happen for him. So it was really hard for him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man. That is traumatic.
Yeah. And you said you were writing scripts about, you know, the story and stuff.
Yes. We actually.
movie?
Yeah. Now that I think about it, there's I wrote a script called "Guilty by Vice,"
Okay.
and I started before right before 2020, right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And we filmed it, and
Nice.
it was 90% done.
Okay.
And then the pandemic hit, didn't get finished, but it was like such a beautiful work of art because it highlighted like my life and his life and how you got to see that person. You got to see that person because they don't want what they're experiencing right now. Right. And I'm an actor because I want to tell beautiful stories. And I'm a writer, and I work on a lot of sets. I work behind the screen. I work in front of the screen because I just believe that these stories are so important and unique.
Right.
And that story is really personal to me.
Right.
It's called Guilty by Vice. It'll be coming out sometime.
So have you finished it?
So I started in Colorado, and so the people that I started with are in Colorado, but everyone dispersed. And so the thing is, like, getting everyone back together is like,
It's been rough.
yeah, it's just, and everyone's been working and trying to get their lives back together and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Life
So,
happens.
Life
you know.
happens.
Yeah.
But yes, I will be making it happen soon. It just takes time.
Nice. Good for you.
Damn, man. That's heavy, man. I didn't know. When the first time I met you, man, you so full of life, man. And
That's what you gotta do.
you
gotta be.
You don't know people's story. You
Yeah,
know what I
you
mean?
don't.
You just
You don't.
don't know what people are going through.
Yeah.
Man. And,
No, absolutely not.
man,
Yeah.
I'm glad you came here, man, and shared this with us because I mean it's
I'm
important.
glad I met Wally and like glad I met you.
Right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's just it's beautiful for you to talk about. You know, there are people that watch this, that listen to this, that probably go through something similar. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And don't know how
Yeah.
to handle it. And, you know, to see some inspiration, somebody that's been through the fire and be able to come through on the other side and positive night, just full of smiles and joy
Yeah.
and everything, man. I mean, it's beautiful to see, man. So you definitely an inspiration, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Thank you. I don't mean to be. I'm just like, I don't want to be sad.
Yeah.
that's literally what I'm thinking day in day out. I'm like, man, why I just don't want to be sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, one of the reasons I came out to LA was because you know, I just was thinking like, you know, I'm not dancing as much anymore. What do I want to do with my life?
Right.
And how can I be happy? Because it was such a black hole. You know,
Yeah.
when you have those people around you, it becomes such a black hole.
Right.
yeah.
And so you finally get to the point where you're like, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to do with my life? And then you make it so serious. You take it so seriously that you're like, my happiness is the number one thing I have to protect.
Right.
So I sat down. I got into acting classes. I got a acting coach, and I was like, okay, I don't want to dance so much because it hurts my body. I don't want to be doing that forever.
Are
I
your
love
toenails
dancing.
all messed up? Like,
Man, dancing
feet
hurts so
bleeding.
much. I swear to God, you don't even know.
yeah.
Like, you know, in ballet, you know, people just take advantage of you because you have to lift everything.
Yeah.
At like 12 years old, you're putting people on your shoulder and doing the whole thing.
Right.
wow.
Right.
And so my back's all messed up, but
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna be an actor. I'm gonna work super hard. And I told my brother this. I was like, I'm leaving. I'm not helping you anymore
Right.
because you need to help yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
At that point, you got to do
Yeah.
it. And so I told him that. I was like, you're not gonna have me anymore. And that's what kind of, you know, he woke up. He was like, oh my God, you know, he's not gonna be here all the time. He's not gonna. I don't have a place to feed all my darkness.
That crutch, that crutch.
Yeah. And so I was like, my happiness is important.
Right.
I stood up and I was like, this is not something I'm gonna feed into.
Right.
I gotta take care of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when did you come to LA?
November 2019,
Oh, okay.
Oh, right
So-
before the pandemic.
Yeah.
right before, and then the pandemic hit. And I was like,
You had high hopes
I'm gonna
and
be
dreams,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
He got on that plane. He was like,
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
high hopes.
I had some man. I moved out here with my buddy John, and he was like, "Yeah, let's move out and be actors and models because he's a beautiful person." And I was like, "Dude, you're gonna be so successful." And then, like 6 months into the pandemic, he was like, "I'm leaving. I'm going
Where did he go?
Oh, wow. You
back
went back
home.
home?
Going back to Colorado." And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm sticking it out.
Yeah.
I gotta stick it out. Like, I don't know what your plan is, but I gotta stick it out."
So what was your job here when you first came out here?
When I first got out here,
Yeah.
I was just working to get agents and
Nice.
stuff like that. And then pandemic hit, and the only jobs available were like DoorDash,
Yeah.
because I didn't have anything established.
Right.
And I had my girlfriend out here, and she was hustling already. She's a backup dancer for like
Okay.
Billie Eilish, and
Oh, nice.
she does that kind of stuff.
She's,
Yeah.
she's a
Not
sweet
right.
young lady. I got
Yeah.
the chance to meet her too. She's
Really?
yeah,
I wish she was
adorable.
here. Like,
She's
I
adorable.
told her, I was like, you should come, but she's like, she's actually sick right now.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was sick last
yeah,
week.
keep that COVID at home.
Yeah.
keep that
Keep that
COVID.
COVID in the back.
I was sick last
Don't
week.
go through that door.
I had a retest and I was like, I don't have COVID because he's going out of town next week too. So he's like, yeah, you can't bring that over here. So
Ain't do that, man. I
Yeah.
gotta get on my
I'm in
plane.
the corner.
yeah.
Get on my plane, man. I got to.
Yeah.
But
Around.
so you door dashing it.
Yeah, I was like Instacart, and I was hustling, and
So wait, you said you were looking for an agent, right? Around that time. What, what did you have under your belt at that time? Like, do you have any reels?
I had headshots. I had a reel. I had everything that I was just like pushing forward to get an agent with. And it was like 2 months. I was trying to get an apartment, find a job first. And so within the first like 2.5 months of being out here, I didn't do much, just trying to get planted.
Right.
And then the pandemic hit. Everything closed.
Yeah.
I was the only one on the highway.
Yeah.
All of 2020. There was no cars, and then nobody took my calls. Nobody, opened their doors. And so I was like, oh, is this Los Angeles? And so my first experience out here, I was like, I'm Solito. I'm Solito, homie. Ain't nobody doing nothing out here. Everybody talk about LA, they go hard. And I was like, everybody's soft. Everybody's soft. Everybody inside. I was in the Palisades, living in like these mansions, these big old houses that were like, $45 million. And I was like, do you want your groceries? And so that was my...
They're like, drop it off far away over there.
Dude, that was my first year in
That is hilarious.
That's crazy.
It was like ridiculous. So yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and so...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But I got into a pretty good apartment with the funds that I used from Instacart. Like I was just going from like 6 a.m. to like 8 at night.
Yeah.
Oh, so you was going hard.
Yeah.
Like I was just going super hard on
Nice.
it. And because I was not gonna,
not gonna make it. Yeah, I was not gonna make it.
Good.
not gonna make it. And so,
Dope.
what'd you guys do during 2020?
I was in the house.
And I was chilling.
We got a dog.
Chilling?
Yeah, I was drinking wine one day, and I'm like, okay, we need a dog. So we.
One time, maybe like a couple weeks after, I drove on the 110 freeway, like headed north, like downtown.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was maybe like 3 cars on the freeway, and it was just like the most beautiful, like the sky. Like the sky is only clear after it rains.
Right.
It wasn't raining or nothing.
And it was beautiful.
It was raining.
It was gorgeous, man. And I'm just driving like this is what I want.
Traffic.
This is what I want from my
what I
life
want.
right now.
Like, let's move to Montana.
Man,
what they enjoy every day.
I'm doing 60 on the 110. I ain't got no traffic.
Yeah.
Weave and bob.
I know.
I mean, it was beautiful, man, and that like as far as like the pandemic is concerned, like that was like a great part. I think you know what I'm saying. Like having people just slow down and
Exactly.
stop polluting the whole city, and you know what I mean. Just taking a breath and spending time with family.
Yeah.
I think it was much needed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
having a virus spreading around is crazy, but just kind of having that opportunity to just kind of like relax, like take a chill.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It was good for me. I know I needed it.
I loved it. I got a dog. The
his
kid.
name?
His name's Hudson.
That's it.
Yes.
And you're abusive towards your dog, huh?
Story time. He's over here spilling all the tea. He's
Okay,
like,
you know
tell
what? He has his own apartment downstairs again.
Look,
I don't let him come upstairs because he sheds a lot. Sometimes I let him come up. Like if we haven't vacuumed for a week, I'm like, okay, he can come up. And then like,
I haven't vacuumed for a week.
so like then we like take him back downstairs and then I'm like, all right, we need a vacuum, make sure everything's nice and clean. I'm like a clean freak.
There are some
crazy.
people watching this that
Sorry.
are going to
Nah, you're not
call
crazy.
animal protector.
My girlfriend is exactly the same. Like,
Okay.
You're not crazy.
Okay.
Trust me.
I mean, that's how I was raised, I'm just
how we
clean.
raised. You're-
I'm just,
So why would you get a dog if you like
you
everything?
know what?
clean?
Because I didn't think French bulldogs shed like that. And mine sheds so much. And I'm
Gotta get one of those
especially in the
hypoallergenic.
summer. In the summertime, I think like a lot of dogs shed a lot in the
all
summer.
dogs
I
shed?
think so. And I didn't think, Hudson had that issue. But he does.
You gonna give him back?
I might give him to you,
You
Mash.
got the receipt?
Don't give him to me. I ain't
I might
gonna
give him
take
to you,
it.
Mash.
I told my wife.
I'm gonna bring him to the office, keep him here.
No, definitely.
A little cage over there.
He's trained.
Not. That's great for him. That is absolutely fine for him.
We want to get.
I don't do animals. I got 3 kids, and
Yeah.
the last thing I need is another kid that won't grow up and leave. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
So,
me.
I can't. I don't want no dogs, no pets,
Yeah.
no
It's a
goldfish.
lot. It's a lot of work, you know.
even a goldfish?
No goldfish.
Dude,
Not even a goldfish, bro.
look, when my son was younger, my oldest son, when he was the only one, he was maybe like 4. We got him like 4 or 5 goldfish, and they died like in
Bro, they
2 or
die so
3
quick.
days.
They die so
It's
fast.
just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm not
I
buying
grew
no
up
more
with so many
goldfish.
pets.
Really?
So, and I
Yeah.
was always the one. I'm a giver, and I care. Like I take care of things. That's part of my personality.
Yeah.
It's annoying, but I was
You said annoying.
I was always the one that was like, "Hey, these dogs aren't fed. These cats aren't fed." We had 4 cats. We had 2 dogs.
Yeah.
We had, like my dad had a bunch of aquariums, so he had like tons of fish.
Oh,
He
my
took care of his
goodness.
fish, but nobody
Yeah.
took care of those animals.
Yeah.
Those dogs shed everywhere. I was like, "Someone's got to vacuum. Come on, let's vacuum." My brother and sister were just like, "F it. I'm not doing this."
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, I'll go downstairs. I'll feed the dogs. I'll feed the cats. I'll feed all. And so now I'm like, no pets.
Yeah, you're done.
No pets.
I've had
My
enough.
girlfriend is like, please, I need a pet. And I'm like,
that-
let's get a miniature bunny, like one of those
Yeah.
dwarf
Yeah.
bunnies.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now.
That is one thing I will not budge
That's
on as
cool.
an animal.
I
No
know.
animals.
I love
It's a
animals.
lot. I love animals too, but just I like them far away.
It's the maintenance. It's the
The
maintenance.
maintenance,
The maintenance,
exactly.
yeah. And they don't leave. You gotta
Yeah.
keep them till they die. Mm-mm.
It's the maintenance.
You're so mean.
Look,
You gotta keep them till they die.
Look.
Like, mm-mm.
look,
You really do though.
When
They're
you do.
children. They're children.
They're
at that
children.
point. You gotta love them. If you have
And-
pets, love them.
Look,
They're
when my sister-in-law lost her Yorkie,
Those dogs are mean.
it was Yorkies aren't they? They're like this big.
They're territorial. They're like chihuahuas.
Nah, they're not as bad as Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are
Mean.
they gang banging. Chihuahuas be gang banging, but
You ever seen one of these guys?
they don't move nothing though. You know what I'm saying? They don't pull out the heat. They just they don't pull the heat. They just gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, when she lost her dog, I mean, it was like a couple weeks. It was like, you know, it was like traumatic. It was
Yeah.
like, man, I ain't trying to go through that with no animal.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
good.
true. You get so attached, you know, like
get so
they're
attached
like
to
little
them.
humans. But anyways, so talk to us about the stuff you do behind the camera.
Oh, behind the camera.
Yeah.
What don't we do behind the camera?
I know. It's a good thing that you do both because
I love behind.
it's very
the camera.
important.
Dude, I love this industry so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Like this industry is dope. Like I'm one of those fanatics.
You can do
that,
so
like,
many things.
You can do so many things.
And it's like sometimes it's all about who you know and you build
It's
those
all
relationships and they'll
about
be like, hey, come on in. You want to do this? You want to help direct on this?
Bro, that's
you know what I
exactly what's
mean? And that's
happening
what
right
it's
now.
about. Yeah.
So this year, all last year, it was like all behind the scenes work. It was just like
Nice.
stacking up.
Yeah.
Make sure you're like get okay with your stuff.
Yeah.
And so I was just doing like production work. I was doing audio work. I was doing camera work. I was doing whatever. I was driving trucks. I was doing everything.
Do it
behind the
all.
camera.
Yeah.
And just learning and absorbing. I was learning from the assistant cameras. I was learning from the cam trucks. I was learning from the ADs. I was learning how to AD, and I was learning more about how to direct because I love directing. I love helping with that process.
Nice.
And I was on TV shows. I was on award shows. I was doing like pilot seasons. I was on a movie with Anna Kendrick. Like she was.
Nice.
We were working
That's
all last year.
Yeah.
It was super like push forward, and there was no stop. There was no stop. It was like maybe one day out of the week that you had a day, but then it was just like go. We were in Lancaster. We were in Texas. We were in wherever.
A lot of
But
locations.
A lot of locations,
Yeah.
and people were making things in 2022.
Yeah.
Like 2022 was the first year where I was here and I was like, oh, this is LA.
Yeah.
This is why y'all
You're right.
hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's going hard in LA.
Yeah.
Y'all not soft. Y'all hard, motherfucker. Because like it was rough. My body was like aching. I was dying. Some days I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Let's
They're
take a
like
break.
no days off.
No days
And
off.
it's long hours, like 10,
Long
14
hours.
hour days. They don't care. When you're
They
making
don't
a
care.
film,
Alicia Keys was like, let's go 19 hours.
yes. That's crazy, isn't it? They don't sleep.
She said, I just want to get this shot. I was like, you got the shot.
Yeah.
You got the shot 20 shots ago.
17 of them.
Yeah. No, but it was really cool.
Yeah.
So this year, I have been blessed to work on a pilot season like for a TV show.
Nice.
It's a comedy with Kevin Hart, and it's like gonna be really cool.
Oh, Kevin
It's
Hart is on
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
Shout out to Kevin Hart.
He's dope. It was such a blessing to be able to work on it. I was working as a second AD, the
Nice.
second assistant director.
Okay.
And
Now I thought you was acting on it.
no, I did act in it.
Okay,
Wow.
you did.
That's what happened.
What
They
happened?
pulled me in, and they were like, "Hey,
They
do you
liked
wanna-
you.
Do you want to act on this as well?"
Wow.
So they were using people, and they
Yeah.
said, "Yo, Ox, do you want to be in this scene?" And I was like, "Absolutely."
Right.
Because I'm an actor. So let's get in.
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
Of course, I want to be in this scene.
Right, right,
So I
right.
was in it,
Nice.
and they used my car as the picture car.
Nice.
So like,
What kind of car was it?
It was a Prius.
Oh,
It was
nice.
a Prius. the dude in the show was supposed to be broke, so I was like, okay. What's that?
We need his whip.
What was I saying? Yeah, they was like, let's get that guy because he's trying to make it stuff. But it was really funny, and it was super fun. It was a beautiful project, and it was an
Nice.
all black cast, and that's the first time I've really seen that.
What type of role did you play in it?
I was a stage manager for
Okay.
for a show that they were
Nice.
so it was just something that I'd never done before. Like, but those kind of things, they just pull you in.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really felt like family.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
like they're like, "Hey, Ox, I like you. Do you wanna do this?" And I was like, "Absolutely." And that's happened twice. Like I was on a I was making these videos behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I was working, and they were like, "Hey, Ox, you're about this height and you're about this." So they pulled me in.
Nice.
I was in a few scenes,
Right.
and that's just how it happens. Like you work on these productions,
Yeah.
and they just say to you like, "Hey, do you wanna be in this scene?"
Yeah.
And it's no audition, no
It's all about who
no
you
headshot.
know.
It's all about who you know. You know the producer, you know the director, and the whatever. And they see you on set, and they're just like, "Hey, you've got the look. Do you just want to jump
Yeah.
in?"
Try it real quick. Yeah.
It doesn't have many lines.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a script. Do whatever. It's really quick, not too big, and it's nothing heavy right now.
Right.
They're not like, "Hey, can you just do a 5-page monologue
Right,
Yeah,
for me right now?"
yeah, that would be crazy
Yeah, they're just like, "Hey, we got 10 pages for you to learn."
All right.
in one day.
It's nothing like that. But for right now, it's like all about who you know. Like we were on the Heartbeat Studios. We were there for a couple days, and it was just like really cool to see that family.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
I
a
love
family.
productions like that.
Bro, you were at the rap party.
The rap party,
It was
yeah,
like, it was a dope experience.
I wish I was there. We got invited, but we're
Who'd you
like
get invited by?
Shit, dang.
Wally.
Wally.
invited us, yeah.
Does he know?
So
JD or
while
something?
so Wally knows JD
JD. Gotcha.
who was at 5120 Production.
Gotcha.
he's
5120 Productions. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout
They are
out.
amazing.
Yeah, shout out my boy Alex, man. He be hooking us up. But he knew JD who's formerly of 5120 Productions, and he invited us. He invited us out, and we just came in. We were talking to him. They're going to be one of our sponsors for the film festival.
That's awesome.
So they invited us out, man, and we just came to have a good time, man. A lot
That's
of cool
so
people.
cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
That production company is like, there are a lot of production companies that I've seen.
Yeah.
You've seen a ton of. That one's special.
Yeah,
Aw.
no,
Feels special.
they're really good, dude, and it's crazy, like.
I need to meet them.
Yeah,
You keep inviting me to the meetings and stuff, and I'm
and
like,
you don't come.
She
But,
got a dog. She got to take care.
I got a whole family at home.
Hello.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
But
fine.
no,
definitely trying to
they're-
meet them because they're really special.
but they're all
Okay.
like from like pretty much like South Central LA. Like,
Okay.
Like one of the dudes, like I used to play basketball against them in high school.
Nice,
So,
nice.
I mean, they're real, just good hearted dudes.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Just having an all black like production company and guys that know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Want to tell like really amazing stories, man. It's just dope to have that representation.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of connections, distribution and everything. I mean, I'm giving y'all the plug right now. 5120.
Yes.
I mean,
51. What is it? 51 Productions.
5120.
5120 Productions.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are my guys, man. So shout out to them. Follow them at I think it's 5120 ENT at 5120 ENT on
Nice.
Instagram. Follow my guys. Yeah, they good
amazing.
though.
And that when I was talking about like the culture, the black culture thing,
Yeah.
like not feeling like you're a part of it, really.
Right.
Like with identifying
Right.
more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time when I really felt like I was in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I felt like they like the culture was there, and I just felt comfortable.
Right, right.
Because
It
there were
felt
a
like
lot of
home.
experiences-
to
Yeah,
you.
it felt like home because there were a lot of experiences where growing up, I was in these I was in situations where it just didn't feel like home,
Right.
and it didn't feel like I was accepted. And but 15 and 20 really makes it feel like anyone can be there.
Yeah. I mean, anyone could walk in there and they all smiles. And,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
They're very welcoming.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're real good people. Real good people.
Yeah.
Who's the director? What was his name? Leslie.
Leslie.
Leslie was the director.
Okay.
He's one of the directors there. Yeah, he's just dope. And,
Yeah.
yeah, he brought Cam on, and then like it was a really cool team.
Nice.
Dope.
So that's what we're doing behind the camera.
So you were second AD on that pilot. And what were your responsibilities?
Taking care of everything that
Your first time, right? As a second AD?
that was my second time really
Nice.
like going for it, second AD.
Nice.
And Cam was the first AD.
Okay.
He was the AD. He was amazing. He was
Okay.
doing a fabulous job. And Leslie was the director. And so Cam really can't leave set. So, you just like cannot leave set. He should always be
Right there.
right there with Leslie and the director. And so I handled everything that was like offset.
Yeah.
I made sure all the talent was ready and everyone was where they needed to be. And I got, I was driving trucks on that pilot. So we were doing everything. We were doing a lot of things.
Good.
So just making sure that the scripts were to were to the people that needed to be there, and everything was in order, and working with production, making sure that we got to location, and yeah, it was
Nice.
just
A lot of responsibility.
yeah, it was weird. It was like everybody was kind of nobody was like above anybody. It was just like let's all just like make this thing
And work together.
work together
Yeah.
and make it happen. And I didn't mind doing more
Yeah.
because everybody was doing more.
Right.
And you felt like, oh well, if they doing all that, then
Yeah.
what am I doing? What am I
Right. Gotta pull your weight.
pull my weight?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta push. So
It's a good team you guys had.
it felt like a really good team. And I want to work on more productions like that. I want to work on a couple of feature films like that are like that, because I really appreciate people that work well together. It doesn't feel like anybody's above anybody.
Yeah. That's nice.
So do you like the behind the scenes more than acting in front of
Definitely
the camera?
not.
No, definitely not. Oh, okay. You're like, I want to be the star.
No, man, come on. Yeah, it's like, like, hey, my name is Alex. How you doing? But I love acting. I love acting. There's something about it, just like that I vibe with really well.
Okay.
Like I when I was like 7 years old, I took my first ballet class and I was like, Mom, I want an agent.
Yeah.
I was like, give me in front of that camera.
That's good. You like to perform.
Yeah, I just like to perform.
You're
I think it's fun. I think it's a good time. Like I think so much can be brought to the table. Like if you know more behind the camera, you can really bring that tool to in front of the camera.
Exactly.
You can make sure that you are doing a good job, like on both sides.
Right.
And people that are like cueing you can be like, oh, I got that cue, I got that cue, I got that cue. And I love it when actors like come on set and they're like, I know where to be. Let me go talk to the director. Let me go talk to the AD. Let me go talk to the production.
Right.
Can I get this from production? No. Can I get my talent production to assistant to do this? And they know their role.
Yeah.
Like, actors who know their role in the production,
Right.
hands down, best actors in the world.
Yeah.
Best people that I love to have on set. Like if you can respect the production team as an actor, the production team is gonna respect you as an actor. Like it's just hand in hand.
Goes hand in
It's
hand.
so beautiful. It's a working machine. It's a well-oiled machine. I love
Right,
that about the
right.
industry. It's so freaking cool.
You said it right.
It's freaking cool.
That's what's up. So, do you still do acting classes? You have an acting coach? Like tell us about how your acting.
No,
career is
right
going.
now, me and my girlfriend make TikToks, and we are
Nice.
figuring out. She's
Y'all be dancing. Y'all be
doing
dancing.
amazing.
Y'all
She's
dancing.
dancing. She's dancing on TikTok a lot, and I live next to this guy, Raul Wright. He's got like 6 million followers on Instagram on TikTok, and he was up at like 5 a.m. I heard this little ding, and you would just be all day making these TikToks. And I was like, oh, like if that's what it takes, I'm not getting like these TikTok, bro. But I'm doing a lot of for right now. I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes, and I'm gonna do that for like another 6 months, and then really start focusing on acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because everybody has goals. You have these goals, so you just work a little bit.
You got to make your money.
You got to make that money, and then
you got to jump in and out, and that's the beauty and
really gotta jump in and out.
that's the beauty of the film industry, right? You have that under your belt that you can do. Like, with me, I still have to jump in and out, especially for insurance. Because you need it. You need the money. You need to save. It's expensive to be an actor. The investments.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time. For the boys in the back.
For the people in the back.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And some of the TikToks that I'm doing right now have to do with, hey, if you want to be an actor, work in production.
Yeah.
If you want to, further your career in modeling, work fashion shows, like be on set with fashion shows, and learn about it a little bit, see if you like it, and then get to know the people that are hiring. Tell them, hey, this is actually what I want. It's just an avenue.
Yeah.
It's just one avenue. Like so many people have different avenues, and some people go really hard and just complete faith it and just do their thing.
Yeah.
And that's amazing, and it works.
Yeah.
My avenue is just, hey, I like production, and if you like both sides of it, do both sides of it, and enjoy it, and don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're wasting your time, or you're too old, or you're wasting your life. It's like, this is my life. I want to what I want to do with it matters.
Right.
How I want to spend my time is important to me.
Right. And I mean, you can decide that, right?
Exactly. I have like 2 days, maybe 1 day out of the week where I just chill, and then I'm right back at it. And I'm networking. I'm trying to meet you guys, meet people, and just say, hey, how can we further connections? And what can I do for you? How can we help each other?
Right.
For the careers, and it's really so much about who you know.
Yeah.
And how much you like that other person, and how much they like you. And if you see talent in that person, you're gonna do something with them. Maybe not.
Right.
You can't. Speaking in the universe,
You just never know when you're going to need someone too.
you never know. It's
Got to be
crazy.
nice to everyone.
You really got to be nice. That's.
How did your parents feel about you coming to LA and pursuing film and acting?
Well, my mom's, she's great. She'll support me, whatever.
Okay.
My dad's the same.
Okay.
They're the same. My my dad's he's a kooky guy. He wants to live in a van. he lives in Oregon right now. He lives in Portland, Oregon, and
Wait, your mom and dad are not together, right?
they're not together.
Oh,
right now.
okay.
Like my dad, he's just chilling, doing his thing, and my mom's like in Colorado raising my brother's kid.
Nice.
Okay.
She's like 14 now.
Wow.
And,
Okay.
and she's just hanging out and doing her thing, and I'm good.
You guys really don't like it.
I mean, it was pretty good. It was
He don't want no more sand in his mouth. He don't want no sand in his mouth.
Yeah, I gotta put some chapstick on after.
Tried a second time.
Maybe they a little dry. Yeah, she's fine with it. Like some of the more risque scenes like that there's a potential to do. I mean, I feel like you just gotta have a conversation with your parents. Like, hey, I'm gonna be doing something crazy. Be ready for it. And they're gonna be like, okay, I just won't watch that. Something like that. But yeah, she supports me. I like it. She's really great. Also, I'm an adult, so she's.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Yeah,
If I was like 12 and I was like doing something crazy, like, hey, look at my teeth.
I'm moving to LA.
I'm moving to LA by myself. I'm 12 years old. Let's go. But no, I'm like.
But just acting is just one of those careers where sometimes, it's hard for people to grasp like somebody that they know actually pursuing it and actually making it. And
Yeah.
My buddies actually, my buddies who live in like Idaho and Utah and Colorado, they all work in like my best friend Matthew. He's going to college to be a nurse, and my other friend, his name is Steven too.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Stevens.
Stop naming your children Steven.
get creative.
At least like a fawn. he's like a tech guy for the military, and Andrew's like an engineer.
Yep.
And when I talk about like set, they're all like, "What do you do?"
Yeah.
And, like, it's pretty cool. Like, you were on this show. But, like,
Yeah.
when's that coming out? Like, what? And I don't know. And it's strange with friends, you know.
Yeah.
Family, they just don't get
They don't.
what exactly you're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
if they're not in the midst of it,
dude,
it's hard to explain.
it's hard, but I love being in the midst of it. Like, well, you guys are in the midst of it. And it's just it's like such a beautiful career, honestly. Like it's an amazing path. Like whatever you want to do
Yeah.
in the industry, there's so much. And like people are like, when I was contemplating moving out here, so many people were like, "Oh, LA's dead. Los Angeles, there's nothing happening." And I was like, I was listening to them.
Yeah.
You get that, you know.
Yeah.
So outside of Los Angeles, you get it.
Really?
Some acting coaches, like one of my acting coaches, was like, maybe think about going to New Mexico or Atlanta. And I was like,
Atlanta's good too, but
Atlanta, yeah, New Mexico though.
it's okay. But genuinely, they were like advising me go to these places because LA is dying, and I was like, really?
LA will never die.
I was like, you. Oh man, that's so sad. That sucks. And they were like, maybe go to New York, but I was like, but like New York's gross.
Yeah.
I like New York, but like I'm not going to New York. Like, Atlanta's dope. I mean, like Type Studios, cool. Let's do it. But like New Mexico, I'm like, I'm not gonna do well there.
Wait, who's in New Mexico? They're like some.
Just Netflix.
They're doing things in New Mexico. I
are they?
just got an
Okay.
audition for a series in New Mexico.
Oh wow.
So they're building.
Yeah, they're doing.
Yeah,
things. I
they're
was about
doing
to go down there.
things. But
So,
LA will
like
never die.
Albuquerque. Well,
Albuquerque.
I'm assuming it has to be Albuquerque.
It said New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know a city,
Yeah.
but it's probably Albuquerque.
It was too much
That's like the only
Spanish though,
city.
so I couldn't audition for it. I was like, I'm not
You
fluent.
better get your bilingual on, girl.
Duolingo isn't that good.
¿Qué?
¿Qué?
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué no?
Porque
Hey, that's all. He
I don't
knows,
know.
Porque no sé.
Porque no sé.
¿No viviste en México o qué?
You're good. Okay.
Soy fluente en español.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah.
That's
dope,
amazing.
Yeah, en México por 2 años, pues.
Oh my gosh.
So he could be somebody's
I'm
uncle.
hating on you right now because you're not even Mexican or any Spanish.
No Spanish. No. I just lived in Mexico for like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, I lived there. And
So wait, how did that happen? In part of your journey, we didn't hear nothing
know.
about Mexico. Like,
you're like, wait, what just happened there? It's like, go back.
when did that happen?
I was serving a mission for like, I was just like building houses and like helping people.
Oh, okay.
And making sure, you know, my soul was good. That was my soul journey.
Okay.
Wow.
That was my soul journey.
That's
Like I went out there and I was just like, I was learning the language. I was meeting the
That's
people.
so beautiful.
It was just like a mission for.
How did you like it?
It was amazing. It was like the best time of my life, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Would you go back
In a heartbeat.
to live out there?
In a heartbeat. Cause like, $10,000 here is like $100,000.
right.
Yeah. Wow.
Of course I'll go. I mean, if the movie industry was out there, yes, go back. to Mexico.
What part of Mexico were you in?
I traveled around, so I was in Chilpancingo, Guerrero, for a little bit, and then I went up to Michoacan,
Oh.
and then I came back down to Acapulco, and I was in
Acapulco.
and then I was in Cuernavaca for a little bit.
Oh, nice.
It was a beautiful experience. Like,
Yeah.
And you said that was with your church?
yeah,
Okay.
I was out there for.
Are you Mormon?
Mhm.
Okay.
I was Mormon, yeah, and
Or you were Mormon.
yeah, like kind of still am, but like
Yeah.
don't go. But like I believe that Jesus Christ and God are important, and taking care of your soul is good.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like you figure yourself out and you go on your own soul journey. You make sure that you're taking care of you. You're taking care of like your spirit.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're okay, and like then you dive into some of the things that your childhood. Maybe it was a little bit like, what was that? And then you realize like, well, I'm just gonna party in the back,
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, but it was a beautiful experience though. The actual experience that I had was phenomenal, and I would never knock it. I would never knock it, just because like it was all just straight up good vibes. All around.
That's awesome.
It was a good feeling. I was never disrespected in any way. It was just like, hey,
Did they think you were Mexican out
they
there?
thought I was Dominican.
Oh, okay.
Right,
You're Dominican.
yeah.
They thought I was from
I thought you were
Dominican
Puerto
Republic.
Rican when I first saw it. I was looking you up. I'm like, oh, he looks like he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get Dominican a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Es dominicano, okay. Es blanquito,
Moreno.
moreno, qué moreno, qué padre. I was like, yeah. But I was rolling around with like these blonde dudes, and
Yeah.
one of them got eggs thrown at him, and I was like,
Oh my gosh. That's messed
it's
up.
because you ain't a paisano, homie. And he was like, what? We had
Oh
to
my
dude,
God.
in Mexico. I saw 10 decapitated heads in front of a church.
Oh my God. I was just going to ask
not
about that, but I was like,
joking.
should I not bring that
Are you
up?
serious?
Nasty. Like
You're lying.
it was 6 a.m. I was coming home from I got off a bus. We had to trek back to our house. It was like a little pueblo.
Where were you at in
Teloloapan.
Mexico?
I was in Teloloapan. It was like a little tiny spot in Guerrero, and it was like my first like 6-7 months there. I
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, Mexico's awesome. And and then all of a sudden, my homie's like,
What is that?
There's no
"You see
way.
that?" And I was like, I see it. And we just started booking it. We booked it back to our apartment because it was like this little church. It was like San Juan Capita, and it was like literally the size of this room. Like the entire chapel was the size of this
Yeah.
room. And they were just like 10 decapitated. And there was in the
There's no
paper
way.
the next day. It was like the people were taking pictures of these heads and putting it on the freaking.
That's crazy.
And they were ringing the bell like ding 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 ding. They were
Oh
like,
my gosh.
if you know these people, like if you know these heads, who these heads belong to, and they were like really talking about it like it was just morning news. They were like,
Is
hey,
the cartel hot, like right there,
it
or?
was really hot. It was really hot, and it was scary because they were like,
Yeah.
and I was in people's houses constantly. I was talking to them about like how to be just how to live better and do all this kind of stuff. And then they would be talking to me and they'd be like, hey, yeah, I knew that guy. He was my friend's cousin, and he was in some real trouble.
Wow. Wow.
And what year was this?
So this was 2011 to 2013.
Okay.
2011 and
Interesting.
2013.
Yeah.
When you were hearing like crazy stuff about Mexico, like they were bringing up bodies over the highways, and stuff like that, and that's what I was hearing like a lot. I was like,
It's still
18.
crazy out there.
They
That's
were
why I don't
hanging
want to go
bodies
to
over the
Mexico.
highway.
Nah, it was like it was a trip because right before I was about to go out there, I was like, hey, God, are you sure you want? should I be going to Mexico? And but thank God, nothing ever happened to me. Like nothing ever happened. People, when you're out there doing good work and just trying to help people,
Yeah.
And
You're
'cause
looked out for it,
You
for
look Mexican. What do you mean? I'm just
straight up look like a homie. Because I was walking
look like a
around
Latino.
and they were really cool. I had a great time out there.
So.
Nice.
And then I lived in Spain for a little bit after that. When I got back, and I couldn't understand the word they were saying.
Really?
I couldn't understand Spanish. Like,
Is it too
Spain,
fast?
Spain, Spanish.
Is it too fast or?
It's like, it's like y'all need to,
You
pronounce
thought
your
you
words
thought
right.
you was fluent. You thought you was fluent.
I got out there. I was like, oh wait, oh wait,
different. Yeah.
I got some work to do. But because I had a girlfriend out there, she was like, we were doing long distance for a little bit, and she was like, come out and man, Spain Spanish is hard, but it's so beautiful. Like I think Spain Spanish is like dope.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Now, have you been to Nigeria?
No,
You haven't. Okay.
no. I have wanted to, yeah.
Do you have any family out there? Like any kings, uncles?
I mean, right when I touched down. No, no, I don't have it. Nobody trying to scam people out of money neither. It's like I got an email from you that one time. You said you got $1 million for me. Where that?
Where's that?
No, I've never been to Nigeria.
You haven't been. So
Nice.
you haven't been. Your father hasn't wanted to take you there or anything.
No,
like
like-
that?
When I met him, when I met my mom and my dad, it was kind of like I just wanted to know what they looked like. It wasn't like
I want a relationship. And
I have a really good relationship with my birth mom.
Okay.
I was over at Thanksgiving with her.
Yeah.
And I was at Christmas, like this last Christmas with her,
Dope.
with her and her family, and she has a big old family. Like when I walked in, like nobody knew I existed.
Really?
I sat down like with all the cousins, and they were like,
"Who are you?"
This was with your birth mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Her entire family's white, and I walk in and I'm like, "What's up?" And her name's Tiffany, and she's the most beautiful person I've ever met in my life. Like she's so kind and so humble and nice, and I love her. And I come in and give her a hug, and my birth grandparents are like, "It's so hard to give you up, but I love you. I love that you've done something with your life," and all the whole like niceties and the cherishing, of the people.
That's nice.
But like all the younger kids were like,
Who's this? Who the fuck is this dark guy?
I thought I was like, how you gonna add to our family like this? they felt like they were intruded on. I was like,
oh my god,
intruded on.
I'm not trying to take your spot.
This was a guess who's coming to dinner.
Yeah, exactly. It was a guess who's coming to dinner moment. Yeah, it was really funny.
Wow.
But I don't have that kind of relationship with my dad though. Like with my birth father, he's kind of just like, yeah, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really have anything to do with it.
Now, like, how did you find them? Like, what was that journey like?
Facebook.
Shut up.
Facebook. I'm not joking.
No way.
So I was like thinking about it. I was like, I need to know who my birth parents are. When I was like 20 years old,
okay,
I started the journey. Okay, I was like, how do you go about it?
Yeah.
And people were like, you need to get on Ancestry.com.
Right,
So
like 23andMe or something.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, hey, get on Ancestry.com and order the package, spit in a stick, whatever, spit in a thing. So I did that, and I was like, oh, that's gross. But here you go. And I sent it to them, and nothing. Like
nothing, no cousins,
nothing for years. But I did it when I was like 22.
Yeah.
Wow. And then like when I was 25, 26. I was like,
they just took your money, huh?
Y'all scammed me.
No. The way that it works is like people send their stuff, and if you have any type of match, then they'll say, "Hey, you have a cousin in such and such." Like my wife, she found out she had like a couple different cousins that lived like down the street from us.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, but that's how it works. So if nobody in his family had ever did anything and put it in the database, then it's not going to be any matches.
Yep.
Got it.
It's kind of like you wait a while, and then once they like catch on to it, or if they do it eventually, then it'll email you and be like, hey, you actually do have somebody that. So that's what happened when I was like 25 and a half.
Yeah.
My birth mother's brother got an Ancestry.com thing for his birthday. And so he sent it in, and I got an email that was like, you have a 98% match with this person.
Interesting.
This person, Travis.
Yeah.
And I was like, 98%. Wow, that's like pretty close.
That's there.
That could be a dad.
Right, exactly.
And so I look up his name because it comes with like their complete name, which is a little bit like
really.
Yeah.
Hungry. Like I could totally just go to your house and like.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
It's cool. So I reached out to him on Facebook, and I was like, hey, do you have a sister that gave up adoption, like for a baby for adoption? And he didn't respond for a while, and so I messaged his wife, and I messaged his mother, and I messaged all these people, and I was like, somebody gonna respond.
Somebody gonna answer me.
Exactly.
Like I'm on this journey. I was really just spearheading it. I was like, somebody is about to respond to me right now, and that's how it happened. Facebook.
Wow.
Eventually, Tiffany messaged me. She was like, "Hey, I'm so glad that you've been trying to find me because I have."
Tiffany's your mom.
Tiffany,
your birth mom.
Tiffany, my birth mom, and she just showed me all the love. She was like, I've been thinking about you for years. Every day on your birthday, I well up with tears, and I miss you so much because I have no kids of my own, and I never married. So to have you back in my life is such a blessing because you're my only posterity.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I love that.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so where does she live? Does she still live in?
Man, she lived 10 minutes away from me.
Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not
That's
even
crazy.
joking. Like, I live in Aurora. Like, let's say this is
That's insane.
Colorado, right?
Right.
This is where I live. Down the street and up the road, maybe 10, 15 minutes. That's where she lives. And the craziest thing, I used to work for a leasing agent for like a year. And I leased the property next to her father's house.
Wow.
When we went there for like Thanksgiving, her mom and dad's house, like we roll up and I'm like, I've seen this house. I've been
yeah.
here. I've been here before.
Yeah.
I leased that house right there. And she was like, oh my God.
So,
Dude,
That's
bro, when I was
insane.
growing up, I didn't know I was black until I was 7. Until I was like 6, 7 years old.
Wow.
Like nobody told me like, oh yeah, you're different from everybody else. You are a white man.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can do ballet. Part of the church. I'm going to school. I'm in a private school right now. I was like,
oh
what's a
my
Negro?
God.
And so, I don't know.
7 years old.
Yeah, and it was a strange. Where was I going with that?
In your city, there weren't a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
kids in your city. Like,
I was going to this point
okay,
when I was young. I used to think my mom was like Oprah because she was like the only prominent black woman I saw in the '90s. I was like, oh well, it's not Beyonce because she's too young. So I was like 7 years old. I was like, I got to like 10, and I was like, who could my mom be? You know, is she black? And Oprah, cause she rich. I was like, I want
Manifest that.
manifest Oprah, my mom. It was just funny. So yeah, growing up,
Aw,
it was really cool to meet her.
that's awesome.
Finally, put a face to it. And she looked just like me. It's weird. She
wow,
looked just like me.
Or you look just like her.
yeah. She
Giving
came
you a hard
first.
time.
I look just like her. I look just like her.
Came first.
Nice.
But you guys have a good relationship. You still talk and
Yeah.
with her.
We talk.
Nice.
We spent Christmas together, and she'll call me. She'll text me. It's a really good relationship. My sister just got in touch with her birth mother as well.
Wow.
Nice.
Which her birth mother reached out to her and like freaked the hell out of her. My sister does not want contact or anything like that. And so
Really?
her birth mom reached out to her and was like, "Hey," and my sister was like, "What do I do?"
Oh my gosh.
Just accept the love.
Accept the
Yeah.
love.
in
Yeah.
life. Make sure that the people around you love you and protect you, and whoever if someone wants to be in your life and take care of you and protect you, like you need people in your life like that. And if you turn people away because of preconceived notions that you might have, you're just shutting yourself off to the world and new experiences and people that can really enrich your life.
Right.
So and then she did. And now they have a great relationship. She's got 2 kids and a husband. She lives in Colorado still. But
Dope.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So do you have any projects that you're working on right now currently? I know you just got done with the pilot, right? That just wrapped.
I wrapped yesterday on
nice.
on a still shoot.
Okay.
It was it was a mess.
It was. You'll have those days.
It was the worst
Yes.
I've had on set for a while. Actually.
Yeah.
Like it was.
You'll have those experiences.
Like, I love the people. I love the team that I was working with, but it was just like you ever get on set and you're like, this is gonna be bad.
Yes. Oh yes.
You just feel it from the beginning.
Yes.
It was like that.
Wow.
It was like that.
Yes,
So.
I have. I mean, I've been in the industry for so many years since 2014.
What do you do? Like what?
Well, when I started,
you're an actor.
I am an actor, but I started doing craft service. So, because my dad, everybody, I don't want to get into that whole thing, but
Crafty.
yeah. So my whole family's like in the industry, and so my dad, I'd never wanted to fall into it, But unfortunately, I loved acting. It's something that I used to do as a kid. I stopped doing it just because I was an athlete, and I played sports and stuff. But long story short, I got in the business because there was an opening for craft service construction on a show called Glee. And then I got my days on Glee. Yes. It was the best production.
See how she says it so nonchalantly.
Yeah,
Like,
this show called
Glee.
It's One Tree
It was a big
Hills.
show, but that was my first. I got my days on that show, and I became union. We're Loco 80, and that was like a really good production. So when you tell me like a family, a production that you get close with and you feel like home, it's so true because sometimes you never get those experiences back on other productions because I've worked so many shows. And the best production that I've ever worked on is Glee. I haven't had that same experience. It's like family. But so I've been doing it since 2014, and then I jumped into acting again in 2018. So yeah, I've been doing that, and now we're here. Yeah.
Did you ever get close with the cast?
With the cast, never got close with the cast ever. Just because I was always in and out, especially with like construction. I would just go in there and make sure everything's good for them to go on set. And then I was always out of there. That's what I loved about my job at that moment, just being young, just in and out. No one bothers me. I just get the work done. But doing food, I've had conversations with Niecy Nash. She was such a sweetheart. I've had conversations with, who else? What's his name from The Voice? The country guy. Blake.
Yeah.
He's such a sweetheart. I've had conversations with people, never got really that close, but, met so many of these people. Some of them are cool. Some of them are,
People be saying that the cast of Glee is like cursed because so much is happening to them.
Yeah.
It's sad. I used to watch Glee religiously. I was like, I was that theater kid.
I've never seen an episode of Glee.
I'm not gonna lie, I never have either.
You haven't either?
You.
I've never seen an episode of Glee.
Yeah. But when I came in, I think I remember coming in towards the end of season 5. And that was right after one of the main characters passed away from a drug overdose.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of stuff going around, a lot of drugs going around on that cast.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not getting into that, but
No, we could all feel it, There was something going on that you just like none of us understood. Unless you were like in the thrushes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a good person too. He would throw parties. He would invite even the production, like the whole crew.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
So everybody like started getting to know him on a personal level. So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, that's.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ox. So what's your ideal role, man? What are you trying to get into?
I want to work with Jordan Peele so bad.
Really?
Nice.
I want to work with Jordan, and I want to work with Key, and I want to work with Tyler Perry. Like I want to work with Will Smith one day, and just dramedies. Like I want to work with like comedy masters, like people that are just so funny.
Right.
That just bring, because I love working on those shows, and just such. They just bring such a light, and I want to be around those people that just know how to bring life into things and make really serious things not seem so hard. I've had a lot of serious things happen in my life that I want to let people know, like they don't have to take you out, obviously, and like they don't need to take you down, and be so happy with your life, because like there are so many circumstances that are like trying to take you out and take you down and hold you there.
Right.
But I think the way that I got around it was like comedy and humor and being able to express yourself in a dramatic way, meaning like you take something seriously and you can put that serious note into it, but then like, kind of spice it up, like
You make it fun.
it's not that serious.
serious.
You know what it never was.
Right.
But I think it's a healing tool.
Absolutely.
Like comedy, dramedy, But I also want to get into that spot in Hollywood where, like Black Hollywood is just like booming, and I want to see that Black Hollywood really like take hold, like really, really take hold and become something where it's like everyone's respected, and there's just like this people that are already in the industry, and like I just watched Woman King, and I was like, Viola Davis, stop. you're literally just like taking all the power. Right. It's all in her. Leave some for the rest of us. Right. But she, like, people like her are just like the most beautiful humans. I want those people to create a standard, and to give artists like me and other people like me the opportunity to see ourselves on screen. Yeah. And I want to give that opportunity to other people by seeing me on screen. Right. And not feel like they don't belong. Because, I don't know other people's experiences, but I know mine. And I wanna make sure that I push myself as far as I can go. And not being limited by age, race, or anything else that people or myself are trying to limit. And so yeah.
Are you represented right now?
Not right now.
Okay.
Not right now.
Nice.
But we're getting there.
Yeah. Are you auditioning right now at this time?
Yes.
Or? Okay, cool.
I am auditioning.
Nice.
So many self-tapes.
Nice. I know. That's good. That's a good thing. That's really good.
A lot of self-tapes.
Good.
I'm looking for representation and management.
Okay.
If you guys have any suggestions, always open.
You can make a few calls.
Yeah.
Make a few calls.
I'll get on the other side of the call. Yeah, I love this industry, and I love Hollywood. I love. I'm so proud that I was able to get here, and I'm so proud of anybody who's here and has come here and is trying to make it work, because like this industry is just like so like not what people say it is. Yeah. People always are like, it's so scary, it's so rigid and so mean, and people are so
you just gotta aggressive. Be strong, You
gotta be strong. You also have to like open your heart and like be a good person, and like understand that where do you fit in, and where do you want to fit in.
Yeah, and you have to have good work ethic. In this business, you have to work hard. You can't be lazy. Someone's always watching you.
Yep.
You may not think so, and being on the phone a lot too. You can't really do that on set and stuff, and you're just always being watched. That's the only thing, but you just got to work hard.
Yeah. Amen.
Be likable, be coachable.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, on that note, I mean, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here, Ox.
Yeah, this has been
man, you just never know what to expect when you bring somebody on, man, and I'm really glad that you got a chance to meet, and you were able to come down here and share your story.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful story. I know, the story is still happening as we speak, and I can't wait to see what you do behind the camera. When you finish that film, what's it called again?
Guilty by Vice.
Guilty by Vice. Please hit me up. Let us know. We could do something. I don't know whether it's in time for the film festival or we do a private
I just want to make that first one
for you.
Really good.
Yeah, man. We'll definitely do something, man. So, if the people want to follow you, they want to get in contact with you. There's your chance. Talk to the camera.
Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Instagram. Come to my house. Sleep on my couch. _ Achziger OXZIGER _
All right. Okay. There it is, right there. This has been episode 9. We are almost
made it.
Yeah, good job.
Episode 9.
Doing it.
Sorry,
doing a great job.
Man, we appreciate you, man. But this is Beyond Take 2 podcast, episode 9. Thank you again, Mr. Steven Achziger. I don't know why I have to pronounce it like that just to get it out.
Hey. You want to really do like the fun thing, Achziger. Really put that German.
Right.
Hard.
But
But we don't do that.
I'm done with you.
Oh my god!
Hey, who do we bring in here? I have one more story. When I was in track, it'd be like, you know, in lane 1 they have this, in lane 2 they have this, in lane 3 they have just John Davis, in lane 4 we have Steven. In lane 5 they wouldn't even try. I was like, okay,
Completely passed.
Is messed
you have a
up.
pass. You're totally fine.
Well,
Crazy last name.
I get that with my government name. So my real name is Melchizedek. So you could just imagine how.
Melchizedek.
Right, exactly. I've got.
Gotcha.
I had a substitute teacher like called me melted cheese on dick.
What?
It was terrible.
Melted cheese on dick.
And I'm just like, and this is like 4th or 5th grade, I think.
Miss Catherine.
And I'm just like, and everybody's just looking at me like, and everybody's just shocked. And she looked
What is
up.
it? What is your last name?
Well, my first name is Melchizedek.
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 Melted cheese on a dick.
Melted cheese on dick. So I feel your pain. Is what I'm saying.
That is crazy.
We can revel in it together.
It is. It was nuts. It was nuts. But you know, I love my name now.
Yeah.
Some white guy pulled me aside when I was like, well, yeah, I was like 6th or 7th grade. He was like, your name Melchizedek? I said, yes, sir.
Is there?
He says, do you know what that means? Do you know what that?
What does it mean?
It means God, the King of Righteousness.
Oh, Melchizedek. Yeah. It's in the Bible.
Okay.
I seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I seen it.
Oh, you read your Bible.
Yeah.
The Aaronic and Melchizedek. Yeah.
Melchizedek. Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, well, maybe it is a cool name.
Yeah.
It's a very cool name. Like I know the
Embrace
history.
it.
It's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a great name.
Definitely. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. And we appreciate you.
Yes.
Remember, you can follow us, follow the film festival at Beyond_Hollywood. And we have our own page now. You can
Finally.
follow us. Be quiet, girl. At Beyond Take 2 on Instagram. You can follow us if you want to get involved with the film festival. Email us at info@bhiff.org. Oh man. It just had to ruin it.
One time.
Man, you know, it just had to ruin it. But this is Beyond Take 2 podcast brought to you by Beyond Hollywood International Film Festival. We just finished episode 9, and I'm your host, Matt.
And I'm your host, Veronica.
And thank you again to our special guest, Ox.
Yes.
And,
Thank you, Ox.
Man, we will see you guys next week, y'all. Keep tuning in.
Peace.
Peace.
Beyond Take 2, take a walk beyond Hollywood. Beyond the lights, camera, action is the heart